Management Story 7. The key to success is hard work and determination. Story narration by author Sapna Narayan, professional communication coach and consultant. Once upon a time in a kingdom, a king's advisor was famous for his wisdom. One day, while going to the palace along with his friend, he saw a dead mouse. Looking at the mouse, he said to his friend, "Even from such small beginnings as this dead mouse, an energetic young fellow could build a fortune. If he worked hard and used his intelligence, he could start a business and support a family and wife." There was a young man who heard that and knew about the wisdom of the king's advisor. So he decided to follow his advice. He picked up that mouse and went off with it. As luck would have it, soon a shopkeeper stopped him and said, "Can I buy that mouse? My cat has been pestering for a mouse. I will give you 2 copper coins for it." He bought some water and cake with that money and sat at a road crossing. As he expected, some people were returning from work. Seeing the young man selling cake and water, they stopped and bought some in return for some flowers they had. By evening, he had a lot of flowers with him, which he could sell in the city. He earned some money by selling those flowers. Next day again, the young man went to the cake shop and bought some cake to sell to the people returning from work. This went on for a few days until one day, because of the storm and the rain, he couldn't sell those cakes. On the way back home, he saw a big, untidy garden with branches strewn around due to the storm. He went to the gardener and offered to clear the garden for him if he would let him keep the branches. The gardener agreed. He looked around and saw some kids playing. He called them and said, "If you help me pick sticks and branches, I will give you 1 cake each in return." The kids agreed happily and helped him. He took all those sticks and went along his way. On his way, he saw a potter. He knew that a potter is always looking for good wood. So he went to him, and as expected, the potter bought the wood and paid the young man handsomely. With all the profit he made during this time, he opened up a refreshment shop. His shop was earning well. Some days he would offer sweet cakes and water free of cost. He built up a good reputation and made many friends through his shop. One day, one of his customers informed him that a ship from a foreign country had anchored in the port. The young man saw this as a new opportunity and thought up a good business plan. He knew that the foreign ship was from a country that had no rubies of its own, where gold was too expensive. So he went to one of his jeweler friends and bought a valuable gold ring with embedded ruby at a low price. He met the ship's captain and gave that ring as advance on his commission, because of which he agreed to send all his passengers to him for snacks. Soon the young man's shop became the best shop in the city. Acting as a middleman in this way, after several ships came into port, in a couple of years the man became very rich. One day he remembered about King's advisor and decided to pay him a visit. With him, he bought gold coin worth half of his entire wealth as gift for King's advisor. Advisor was amazed to receive such a generous gift and asked, "How did you earn so much wealth to afford such a generous gift?" Young man told him all about his journey. Hearing all this, the royal advisor thought to himself, "It would not be good to lose the talents of such an energetic man. I too have wealth as well as my beloved daughter. As this man is single, he deserves to marry her. Then he can inherit my wealth in addition to his own, and my daughter will be well cared for. After the wise advisor died, the one who had followed his advice became the richest man in the city. The king appointed him to the advisor's position. Throughout his remaining life, he generously gave his money for the happiness and well-being of many people. Moral: with hard work and ability, skill and good relations with people, even from small beginning, one can achieve great heights.